Your overthinking, oversharing, and scattered focus are silently draining your power, leaving you vulnerable in a world that rewards clarity and control. In the next 25 minutes, you'll uncover Machiavelli's secret to building true strength by thinking less, talking less, and focusing more, transforming you from distracted and exposed to an untouchable force. Backed by psychological research on decision-making and influence, this isn't just advice. It's your path to dominate life's game. If you've ever felt stuck, dismissed, or overwhelmed, this changes everything. Get ready to unleash your true strength. Have you ever caught yourself spiraling in your head, overanalyzing a decision until you're paralyzed, only to miss a crucial opportunity? Maybe you replayed a work meeting in your mind, second-guessing every word you said, while a colleague who acted decisively got the praise. Or perhaps you've spilled your thoughts in a conversation, sharing your doubts or plans to seem relatable, only to notice others pull back, judge you, or use your words against you. Picture this. You're at a social gathering, talking endlessly to fill the silence, hoping to impress. But instead, you feel the room's energy shift. People tune out, and someone quieter, more deliberate, steals the spotlight with a single, sharp comment. It's exhausting, isn't it? That draining realization that your overthinking keeps you stuck, your oversharing makes you vulnerable, and your scattered focus leaves you powerless in a world that rewards those who act with precision. Society conditions us from childhood to believe that thinking deeply, talking openly, and juggling everything proves strength. Think about it. Every teacher who praised your effort for over-explaining, every motivational quote urging you to share your truth, every expectation to multitask flawlessly pushes the lie that more thoughts, more words, and more tasks equal power. But here's the brutal truth. True strength lies in simplicity. Thinking less to gain clarity, talking less to command respect, and focusing more to seize control. A secret Niccolò Machiavelli mastered centuries ago. You're not struggling because you lack intelligence, effort, or charisma. You're struggling because you're trapped in a cycle of overthinking, oversharing, and distraction, handing power to those who master restraint. If you're nodding, feeling the weight of those moments when your racing mind, loose tongue, or scattered efforts left you outmaneuvered, whether at work, in relationships, or socially, you're in the right place. This isn't about personal failure. It's about a systemic trap that leaves well-meaning people weak while the truly powerful wield clarity, silence, and focus. Stick with me, because we're about to unveil Machiavelli's secret to building true strength, dismantle the myths holding you back, and arm you with tools to become a focused, untouchable force. To unlock this transformative secret, let's turn to Niccolò Machiavelli, the 16th century strategist whose masterpiece, The Prince, exposed the raw mechanics of power that govern every interaction, from boardrooms to relationships to casual encounters. Machiavelli's insight? The wise man does at once what the fool does at last. True strength comes from decisive action, disciplined speech, and laser-like focus, not from overthinking, oversharing, or chasing distractions. Modern psychological research backs this. Daniel Kahneman's Thinking Fast and Slow shows overthinking clouds judgment. Robert Cialdini's influence reveals that concise speech signals authority, and studies from Journal of Applied Psychology demonstrate that focused individuals are perceived as high status. The most powerful people, think of stoic leaders, calculated negotiators, or magnetic figures, don't waste energy on endless thoughts, excessive words, or scattered efforts. They wield restraint to dominate. We'll break this down into 3 actionable levels to make you unstoppable. First, recognition, identifying how overthinking, oversharing, and distraction undermine your power. Second, protection, building defenses to replace chaos with clarity, verbosity with authority, and distraction with focus. Third, mastery, wielding Machiavelli's tactics to think less, talk less, and focus more, commanding respect ethically. This isn't abstract philosophy. It's a practical system you can apply today, in your next decision, conversation, or goal. to shift from scattered to untouchable. Are you ready to see how your habits are costing you power and unlock true strength? Let's dive into Machiavelli's secret. Let's unveil how overthinking, oversharing, and distraction are draining your power, rooted in Machiavelli's warning that men are so simple and so much inclined to obey immediate needs that a deceiver will never lack victims. Psychological research, like Kahneman's work on cognitive biases, shows overthinking leads to indecision, while Cialdini's studies reveal excessive talking signals weakness, and multitasking research shows scattered focus dilutes impact. True strength lies in clarity, restraint, and precision, but most people are trapped in habits that make them vulnerable. Here's how these behaviors cost you, grouped into themes with vivid examples to spark aha moments. Theme 1. Overthinking paralyzes action. Costs 1 to 4. Analysis. Paralysis. Overthinking decisions stalls progress. Example. You agonize over a job offer, weighing every pro and con, only to miss the deadline while a decisive peer accepts it. Case study. Sarah, a client, overthought a project pitch, delaying it until a colleague presented a similar idea first. Self-doubt. Spiral. Overthinking fuels insecurity. Example. You replay a meeting, questioning your performance, which saps confidence for the next one. Missed opportunities. Overthinking delays action. Example. You hesitate to ask for a raise, overanalyzing the perfect moment, while a bolder coworker secures one. Mental exhaustion. Overthinking drains energy. Example. You obsess over a conflict, losing sleep and focus, impacting your work, per Journal of Cognitive Psychology. Theme 2. Oversharing undermines authority. Costs 5 to 8. 5. Exposing weakness. Talking too much reveals vulnerabilities. Example. You share doubts about a project with a colleague who uses it to question your competence. Loss of mystique. Oversharing makes you predictable. Example. You tell a friend your career plans and they subtly discourage you to protect their status, per Cialdini's authority principle. Diluted respect. Excessive talking signals low status. Example. You ramble in a meeting to seem approachable, but colleagues dismiss you, favoring a concise speaker. 8. Betrayal risk. Sharing too much invites manipulation. Example. You vent about a boss to a coworker who leaks it, damaging your reputation. Theme 3. Distraction dilutes power. Costs 9-12. 9. Scattered efforts. Multitasking reduces impact. Example. You juggle emails, calls, and tasks, delivering mediocre work while a focused peer shines. 10. Lost clarity. Distraction clouds priorities. Example. You chase every social invite, missing time to plan a career move, per productivity research. 1. Weak presence. Lack of focus makes you forgettable. Example. At a networking event, you flit between conversations while a focused attendee makes lasting connections. Sean. Burnout. Spreading focus thin exhausts you. Example. You say yes to every task, leaving no energy for high impact. Seat goals, harming your growth. The aha moment is profound. Overthinking paralyzes you, oversharing exposes you, and distraction weakens you, handing power to those who act, speak, and focus with precision. Reflect. How many times have you stalled a decision, shared too much, or spread yourself thin, only to be outshined or outplayed? Maybe you hesitated on a goal, revealed doubts that were used against you, or missed a chance because you were distracted. That's the recognition shift, seeing these habits as traps that steal your strength. Pattern interrupt. Are you noticing how your racing mind, loose words, or scattered efforts have cost you respect, opportunities, or control? Once you see this, you can't unsee it. and that's your first step to true strength. Now that you recognize the costs, let's build a fortress to protect your power by replacing overthinking with clarity, oversharing with restraint, and distraction with focus, using Machiavelli's strategic wisdom. Protection starts with awareness. Notice when you're stuck in your head, tempted to overshare, or pulled in too many directions. Your mind races, you feel compelled to explain, or you say yes to everything. That's the trap springing, signaling you're losing strength. Counter it with specific, research-backed strategies for each cost, ensuring you shield your power while staying authentic. Overthinking paralyzes action. Analysis. Paralysis. Simplify decisions with a 60-second rule. When hesitating, set a timer and choose based on your top priority. Kahneman's research shows quick, focused decisions outperform over-analysis. Example: if debating a job offer, list one key pro and con, then decide. Self-doubt. Spiral. Replace rumination with action. After a meeting, write one actionable step instead of replaying it. Journal of Cognitive Psychology shows action interrupts doubt. Example: note, I'll clarify my point tomorrow, and move on. Missed opportunities. Act before overthinking. If considering a raise, schedule the talk within 24 hours. Research shows prompt action builds momentum. Example: email your boss, can we discuss my role tomorrow? Mental exhaustion. Schedule 10-minute thinking breaks to reset. Step away, breathe deeply, and focus on one goal. Studies on mental fatigue show this restores clarity. Example: pause midday to prioritize your next step. Oversharing. Undermines authority, exposing weakness. Share strategically. If tempted to vent doubts, say, I'm working through some ideas. What's your take? This deflects, per Cialdini's authority principle. Example: redirect a colleague's probe to their opinion. Loss of mystique. Keep plans vague. If asked about goals, say, I'm planning something big, details soon. This prevents sabotage, as seen in Sarah's case. Example: share only broad strokes until execution. Diluted respect. Speak less, impact more. In meetings, pause before responding, then deliver one clear point. Leadership Quarterly shows concise speech boosts authority. Example: say, this is the priority, let's execute, instead of rambling. Betrayal. Risk. Vet trust before sharing. Test loyalty with small disclosures before big ones. Example: share a minor plan with a friend to gauge if they gossip. Distraction dilutes power. Scattered efforts. Prioritize one high-impact task daily. Say no to low-value tasks. I'm focused on a key deliverable. Let's delegate this. Productivity research shows single tasking boosts impact. Example: focus on one project for 2 hours without interruptions. Lost clarity. Set one daily goal. Write it down. Today I finalize the pitch. Studies show clear priorities enhance focus. Example: skip non-essential emails to nail your goal. Weak presence. Be intentional in interactions. At an event, focus on one meaningful conversation, then exit. Great talk. I've got another commitment. This boosts impact, per social psychology. Burnout. Limit commitments. Decline non-critical requests. I'm at capacity. Let's plan later. Research shows boundaries prevent burnout. Example: say no to a draining favor and prioritize self-care. Apply these, and you'll feel immediate shifts. Decisions become clearer, your words carry weight, and your focus commands respect. Try one tactic today. Set a 60-second decision timer, pause before speaking, or say no to a distraction. Watch others treat you as a force. Pattern interrupt. What if thinking less, talking less, and focusing more doesn't make you distant? It makes you powerful, ensuring you're never outplayed again? By protecting your strength, you're building the foundation to dominate. Now, let's ascend to mastery, where you wield thinking less, talking less, and focusing more to command respect and shape outcomes using Machiavelli's ruthless tactics. Machiavelli advised, "The wise man does at once what the fool does at last." By mastering clarity, restraint, and focus, you become untouchable. Here are advanced techniques to dominate. Tactic 1. Decisive clarity. Make bold, quick decisions to project strength. If choosing a project path, pick one based on core data and act. Kahneman's research shows swift decisions signal confidence. Example, choose a strategy in 60 seconds and execute without second-guessing. Tactic 2. Strategic silence. Use silence to command attention. In a meeting, pause for 3 seconds before delivering a concise point. Here's the plan. Let's move. Leadership Quarterly shows silence amplifies authority. Example, hold eye contact and pause before responding to a challenge. Tactic 3. Laser focus. Prioritize one high-impact goal daily. Say, "This is my focus. Other tasks wait." Productivity research shows focus drives results. Example, dedicate 2 hours to a key project, ignoring notifications. Tactic 4. Outcome. Independence. Act as if approval is optional. In a negotiation, say, "This works for my goals. Let's align." In relationships, set standards. "I value us, but respect is key." Social psychology shows this makes others chase you. Tactic 5. Controlled disclosure. Share just enough to build loyalty, not vulnerability. Help a colleague, but frame it. "I'm sharing this to align our goals." Adam Grant's give and take shows strategic giving builds influence. Tactic 6. Neutralize distractions. Anticipate and eliminate interruptions. If a coworker derails your focus, say, "Let's discuss this after I finish this priority." Research shows boundary setting boosts productivity. Tactic 7. Shape perceptions. Frame focus as strength. If asked why you're less talkative, say, "I'm channeling energy into big goals, excited to share soon." This creates intrigue, per Cialdini's authority principle. Unlike the masses lost in thought, words, or chaos, you're the strategist, clear, restrained, and focused. Historical anchor. Machiavelli thrived in Renaissance courts by acting decisively, speaking sparingly, and focusing ruthlessly, making allies seek him and rivals fear him. Apply this, and you're not just strong, you're untouchable, shaping outcomes with ease. Pattern interrupt. Imagine entering any situation, a meeting, a date, a party, with crystal clarity, deliberate words, and unshakable focus, commanding respect effortlessly. That's mastery, ethical, ruthless, and unmatched. Let's make this practical with 3 scenarios showing the old you versus the new you. Workplace. Old you. Overthinks a project, rambles in meetings, and juggles tasks, losing respect. New you. Decide one key action in 60 seconds, deliver a concise point. This drives results, and focus on one deliverable. Outcome. You're seen as a leader, earning promotions. Action. Pick one task today, focus for 2 hours, and speak once with impact in a meeting. Relationships. Old. You. Overshares doubts, agrees to please, and gets distracted, losing respect. New you. Deflect probes. "I'm focused. What's your story?" Set boundaries. Respect is key. And prioritize one shared goal. Outcome. Your partner values your strength. Action. Pause before responding in a talk and focus on one mutual plan. Social settings. Old you. Talks endlessly, flits between chats and blends in. New you. Share one bold idea, pause for effect, and exit early. Great vibe. I've got another thing. Outcome? You're seen as magnetic, earning invites. Action. Speak once with impact at an event and leave 20 minutes early. Apply one tactic today. Decide in 60 seconds, pause before speaking, or focus on one goal and watch respect shift. You'll feel untouchable in real time. This knowledge is a double-edged sword, powerful enough to make you honored, touchable, but dangerous if misused. I'm sharing this as a shield to protect your clarity, influence, and goals, not a weapon to shut out others or act coldly for selfish gain. You're now part of an elite minority, the few who see overthinking, oversharing, and distraction as traps and wield clarity, restraint, and focus with precision. Ethically, use these tactics to build stronger relationships by setting boundaries that foster respect, advance your career by leading with focus, and create a life where you're admired for your strength, not exploited for your openness. Machiavelli warned that unchecked power breeds enemies. Those who over-restrain or focus selfishly fall to distrust. Wield this responsibly, balancing clarity with connection, and you'll never be outplayed again. You'll be the one others strive to follow. Take a deep breath and feel the shift. You're not the person who started this video. You're now the strategist who thinks less, talks less, and focuses more, commanding respect with ruthless precision. The world that once overwhelmed you, you own it now with clarity, restraint, and power. For more, check my next video on Machiavelli's tactics for unstoppable influence. End with this Machiavelli quote: "The wise man does at once what the fool does at last. Go forth, clear, restrained, and unstoppable."